Right guys, just a quick photo tour of the plot really. 25th of January, payday, way. Been to work, so on the way back I just stopped at the plot to have a look around. Right, that bit of cardboard there I put down last weekend. And this is the state of it now. Something is determined to get through that piece of cardboard. It's weird, every time I put cardboard down, something digs it up. Some animal, I don't know what it is. That's the one from last time. Well, that is today. Someone is digging it up and scratching it around. Absolutely no idea what it is. I'm gonna have to get the trail cam set up. I've got a trail cam, but the plot is so exposed, I'm a bit worried about it being stolen. And the other mystery I've got is every time I go to the plot, that enviromesh is lying on the footpath. It's off the onion bed, but on the left-hand side, it's still on the garlic bed. The mesh is held down by these triple anchor things that you'll see there. But every time it is pulled back and it's on the footpath. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever. I mean, those anchors are pushed into clay. They're not in the raised bed with the soft compost. They're in hard clay. Weird. Okay then, enough moaning. On with the tour. Globe artichoke. If you remember, I put 4 there, and that's the biggest, so that's the one that's going to be staying. The other 3 will be dug up and put in the compost heap. I did not expect those leaves to be like that this time of year, but then again, it hasn't been very cold, has it? Rhubarb poking through there. This is the one that was left on the plot when I took it over. Huge thing. And here we have the Leaning Tower of Brussels. They are Brussels Maximus, still producing. And just behind the sprouts, there's a big bunch of everlasting onions. Great to use the green tops in salads or stir fries. And this is what you can get if you leave the sprout stalks in the ground. They start growing again. So I've gained myself about what, 10, 12 extra sprouts there. This is Swede Ruby. Fantastic. They store so well. I'm pretty sure it's the last one now, so I might grow a few more of these next year. Celeriac, well, they're sort of bulbing up a bit now. That one's about tennis ball size. Kale. Kale Nero di Toscana. It grows so well. I just wish I liked it. All I ever end up doing is taking it to work. But it's going to seed now, so it'll be long gone. And on the subject of kale, these are kalettes. They just didn't produce. They look pretty. Nothing from them. Okay, moving on up the plot, we've got Brussels Agincourt. Yeah, a few of those left. And on to collard greens. Sorry, I didn't mean to show that one. Hate them. Under the enviromesh, we got more cauliflowers. They are cauliflower Alshmere and North Foreland. Leek Armour. They're great, they are. A few weeds there to pick out. And more cauliflower in the last bed. This is Moby Dick. Yeah, doing pretty well. There's 3 or 4 going there. I'm surprised to see those overwintering. So I'll grab one of those. Yeah, be alright for cauliflower cheese later in the week. Brilliant. Okay then, back at home now. Little plants right at the front there. What's that? Cabbage, Tundra and Triviata. Overwintering, complete with anti-cat measures. A few garlic in the tubes there. And some Hative de Noir shallots. Again with anti-cat measures. The overwintering lettuce doing very, very well. Picking the leaves off these all the time and occasionally the odd plant. More onions there. Onions snowball with anti-cat measures. Yeah, in the Vitapod there we have overwintering chilies and spring onions. I think they are Parade. And the odd lettuce, the little lettuce there on its own. From the other side we got Swiss chard and carrots. And out the back of the house, about the only thing growing really is the cabbages. Not too sure what these are now. I have to check my spreadsheet, but I put them in the carrot tubs. So it's just to use the nutrients that are there. And the elephant garlic's just poking through in a few of the pots. And in the shed at the back there we got the Vitapod with the Buster seed tray in it. And in the modules are the Hative de Noir shallots. These are for show, and they are growing very, very well. And while we're on Vitapods, upstairs I've got the onions growing. There's some Elsie Craig and a few giants growing there. And the chilies, they're all popping up. There's one row there not really not making it, but fingers crossed. And my microgreen mix, what's this one? Mustard, cress and radish. I find some of the single varieties a bit overpowering. The one I do like is peas, but some of the others are a bit OTT. Anyway. Well, that's the bulk of the video done, guys. Just one more little bit here coming up. You know, when you reply to a comment, you cannot leave images. And quite often you want to, just to reinforce a point. So here we go with some photo images of comments. Okay, then up first is Tim Troll Forge Troll Farm. I made this brazier for some celebration, I can't remember what it was now, back in the early 90s. 3/8 inch steel rolled, welded, God knows what. 1/4 inch steel uprights and bands. Took me about a week to make that. And for Woody, chopping boards. Simple construction, tongue and groove laths at the end, routed all round. And a plain board 30 years ago, and the kids still use them now as, well, just craft boards really. And for Ryan, a little dirt never hurt. You've been talking about cold, -40. This is me down the Falklands, 1980s, early 80s. It was cold, mate. I'll tell you what, it was only -20, but we're British. We couldn't stand the cold. We had to do some welding. We couldn't even get a generator started to get the welder going. Oh, I feel it for you guys, yeah. And next up is a quick one for Liz Zora, but by the farm. You mentioned about putting water in a pan. One thing I learnt from my evening with Ken Hom. Can you tell the difference? I can't. Yeah, he said never ever ever put extra oil in a pan when you're cooking. Always put water in, and I tell you what, it works. And last up, this is for Woody at Cumbrian Homestead. Tranquility, mate. This is tranquility halfway across the Atlantic. It was such a rare occasion that the ship stopped so we could all photograph it. And here's my photo.